Good evening, everyone. We are back. We're back with some more Oni. I'm wearing a hat. It's cold. Don't judge me. Yes, I've paused the game for a moment. I loaded into the save and I've just been silent for a minute. I paused it a moment and I don't know what is going on with Trivaldo's face, so I thought I would share this. Well, the first thing we're going to do today is have a look at some of the updates. There's been a couple of hotfixes since we last played, and I was going to do a run through them. Whilst I think on R2DeckU, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. I did see I was just sat here waiting for a moment whilst I was getting my stuff ready. Yeah, we're going to play a bit of Oni today. It wasn't a scheduled stream, however, I inadvertently forgot that I'd been told that the lady was working today. So, I figured I may as well stream with you guys. That's the plan. So, let me just get go to this. So, yeah, there's been some updates. There's been 2 hotfixes today. So I thought I'd just quickly fly through some of the changes so that we can see what the deal is. So first of all, Tinker Stations are now logic controllable. Pretty cool. Means you can toggle off your power rooms in theory. If you need a surge of power, you can get your dupes to go and tinker with them. If not, they won't. That's pretty cool. Fixed a bunch of tasks not properly awarding mastery experience. Cool. Dupes marked to tidy but not supply should now perform sweep tasks. Okay. Dupes marked to tidy but not supply should still perform sweep. Okay, that's cool. So I suppose if they didn't have supply, then they wouldn't technically take it back to a compactor. Does that make sense? Temp shift plate should now be selectable. Hooray! So we can now click on the background again. Dupes should once again tinker buildings which have been disabled with logic. Fine. Fixed a crash that could occur if you had a dupe selected while they were delivering an item to a storage locker. Interesting. Using dozens of transfer arms should no longer cause significant performance drops. Cool. Fixed a crash that could occur when using the transfer arms. Job screen should no longer take more time to open based on how long it had been since you last opened it. Good. So hopefully that's fixed the job screen lag. Fixed a crash that could occur when cancelling fabrications right before the dupe completed their task. Uncultured dupes should no longer have the art interest. Okay, so they're starting to pair up the interests with the perks and the negatives. That's cool. So we shouldn't hopefully get any super leveled up cooks that can't cook either. That'd be nice. I hope they fix that one. Fixed a crash that could occur if a farmer used the farm station to tend a plant which was not inside a valid room. That's probably the bug that people were telling me about. Planting a plant in a receptacle will pop out any incorrect fertilizer from that receptacle. Good. Dupes should gain mastery for performing all fetches instead of just fetches to storage lockers. Excellent. Fixed a crash that could occur when transferring large amounts of energy between cells in the sim. Courier should now list athletics as a relevant attribute. Aptitude hard should now be properly displayed for the courier. Good. Fixed a crash that could occur when the simulation attempted to melt a liquid permeable tile. Cleaning outhouses is no longer prioritised over all other jobs after loading a save file. Auto sweeper should now be able to sweep items that are not reachable by dupes. That's pretty cool. A fix for assignable side screen not showing which dupes have already been assigned. Fixed issues with scrolling in job screen. Updated Korean translation, Chinese translation. Conveyors no longer prevent sublimation or state changes. So all these people that have been cooking ice and then popping out into a room making warm water, that is no longer a thing. And decrease the storage sizes of algae deoxidizers and terrariums. Now I know this one's been rolled back because we had another update shortly after, which is terrariums should now remember if you disable delivery on them after save and load, you will unfortunately have to disable delivery on them one more time before they start remembering it. Reverted algae storage size on terrarium to previous value. It now holds 90 kilograms, 5 cycles worth of algae, and 360 kilograms, 2 cycles worth of water. I don't know why they didn't make it like 10 and 5, but 5 and 2, yeah. It's still quite a lot of dupe activity. I rarely use terrariums if I'm honest, so it doesn't really affect me all that much, but if you do use a lot of them in your base, they keep your dupes very busy and they eat a lot of water. Fixed a crash that could occur when a plant died inside of a room with a farming station. Dead dupes should no longer be able to master jobs. Nice, I didn't even know that was a thing. Luxury bed should once again give an extra stamina bonus. Nice, we plan to get some of them in the colonies soonish. And fixed all toilet and mess tables being assigned to the med bay, which is one that we encountered on a previous stream. So fixed all toilet and mess tables being assigned to the med bay. So hopefully now we can seal up our med bays and they won't all be bugged, which would be nice. Nerd Rage, good evening, buddy. Sorry, I was reading. How are you, mate? How's it going? So, with that in mind, let's just take one more moment to look at Trivaldo's face. He's literally put his mouth in his eyes. I like it. Good on you, Trivaldo. So, a quick recap. A couple of things we did in the last stream. Obviously, we set this up now. We now have our natural gas production. However, this isn't quite finished because I need to deal with some of the overflow liquid that we're going to generate. These natural gens are going to get submerged soon. So I need maybe a liquid shut-off somewhere. Possibly here, maybe. I can route some of this excess liquid that starts building up. And we probably need to crack into here and put a hydro switch like here, a hydro sensor, or maybe here actually. Just to say if the liquid goes above 100 kilos, pump it out. Something like that. Or pump it this way, sort of thing. So we'll do that. But essentially we've got our natural gas power going now. And we've also started collecting all of our natural gas from both geysers, which is building up in here. We're not producing enough gas from the geysers for all these generators, so we do need to do a fertilizer build today. That's something that we do need to crack on with. Nailu, good evening, buddy. How was your pizza? It's not turned up yet, mate. I've ordered from the same place where it was 2 hours late the other week, so it could be any time. We will see. But I am going to have a delicious pizza. I'm very, very hungry. Other than that, in the last stream, we did a lot of tidying, we did a lot of digging, and we did a lot of exploring to find our steam geyser. Now, I've just laid out a little plan up here, but I think it's all with a low priority, or it should be, for something for my dupes to crack on with when they got a bit of spare time. We're going to want to get this capped and start dealing with the excess liquid that we could be using in the meantime, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll just get all this going as well. We'll set this to like a 5 or something so they can start cracking on with this. Probably need to do this as well. Other than that, it was a pretty chill stream. We didn't really do all that much stuff. It was mostly about. It was mostly about finding the geyser and then tidying up and getting our natural gas stuff online. That was the main focus in the last stream. So, what I am going to try and do today is not be quite so much of a dictator with my priorities. So we'll try and keep things a bit more chill tonight. Why would you order pizza from a place that was 2 hours late last time? Because it's the only place around here that does a decent pizza. I know, it sucks. Pizza's not something you fuck around with. I know. Believe it or not, where I live, there are not very many good pizza places. It is terrible. Oh, I also did I put a few ladders in here. I want to put another couple of gas flow tiles on this side of the base so we can start getting a bit of oxygen out. We're producing more than we need. And I'm also going to put these extra couple of vents in that we sort of planned ages ago, but I didn't have access to, so I just slapped a few ladders down so we can get to them as well. Nerd, stop shouting! Good evening, Mex. How are you, mate? If needs must, I will shout about pizza all day, every day. Nice, I like that, Nerd. I agree with you, buddy. The place I've ordered from are pretty much incompetent in every sense of the word, but they do make a damn good pizza. You know, sometimes the pizza gods don't necessarily make sense in their decisions, but whoever it is there at Mr. Pizza, they do make a damn fine pizza. So, I'm probably going to have quite a bout of hypothermia and stuff whilst we're working up here, but it is what it is. We just need to get them up here and doing this stuff. So, we'll get this done as well, get all this dug out. And then we can come back and dig some of this stuff out from underneath later. Other than that, we are pretty much exactly where we left off. I've not run the game at all. I did basically about a cycle before the stream just to put a few little bits and bobs in place. Priorities wise, we should be pretty much good to go. Let me just check these toilets. Public. Okay. We can rebuild these back into med bays now. We'll build them with granite. Something like that. I also want to put some metal tiles around the base, which is something I've been debating doing for a while. The only problem is it's probably going to bring in a lot more heat than I would have liked. Wow, it's cold up here. That'll all balance out, that's fine. Pizza is a shoutable endeavour. Lifegrow, someone with a bunch of pizza places in their vicinity in my residence. I cannot fathom not having a multitude of pizza options. My condolences. I know it sucks, mate. Well, obviously I lived in Liverpool before we moved here. And there was thousands of different pizza places, and you know, if one was shit, you just boycotted it and didn't go there again. Now, there's like 3 in the area, and all of them are shit, so I have to go to this one that's miles away. Oh, first world troubles, I know. But, alas, it's very difficult to get a good pizza around here. It fucking sucks. So, one of the things I need to look at today is rerouting some of this liquid. Now, probably the easiest way to do it would be from up here and put a little switch in, which I can do. It just means me breaking into this room again, which I might as well do now before we start getting silly amounts of polluted oxygen in here. So we'll dig this out, and we'll dig out, where do I want to do this? I probably want it over here. Could do a little something here, connect into this pipe. This is for routing. This is going to take 5 kilos a second, in theory. I don't think I needed this valve here. I think I should have done this a little bit differently. Let's crack into the room. Why don't you spend some time actually taking care of priorities? Remember, you can actually use priority 1. Shut up, Nailu! I'll let you have a pizza restaurant 3 doors down, you lucky son of a bitch. Okay, so my thinking is we'll put a hydrosensor down here. I have said this to you a million times, Nailu. Priorities don't matter. They really don't. Like, you can exist with 3 priorities. You need stuff that needs done, stuff that needs done immediately, stuff that needs done quicker than immediately. That's it. It's very, very simple. Right, son of a bitch. Let me just decide how I want to do this. So at the moment what we've got is the liquid comes through this pump up to here, goes into here, and either goes into our aqua tuner or bypasses our aqua tuner and back into the pipe, which drips over the aqua tuner. Okay, so it's keeping it all in here. However, I do have this other pipe in place, which at the moment isn't being used because it's got no output. But this will split the feed from the aqua tuner into 2 different places. Now my thinking is that I could run this liquid back into the main pool, and then that will start cooling down this pool of liquid here and bring the average temperature down. I don't know if that's a smart plan or not. I can't fathom what the long-term implications will be, but I think I want to do it. So let us do that, and then what I can then have: 1, do this now. 1, do this. 2, do this now. 3, save that stupid tube. Exactly, mate. But it's satisfying to get stuff organised, at least it is to me. Well, my stuff is organised. You guys seem to hate on red priorities, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's the same shit. It doesn't matter. So, for example, if I go into my priorities overlay, the stuff that needs to be done, the stuff that I want tending to immediately, gets done, right? Everything else can be on a low priority, and then maybe this will make things look a bit more easy for you. The stuff that I need doing immediately is high priority, because it doesn't matter whether it's whatever my chosen priorities are, it's my top one, alright? It doesn't matter. So whether I was using 2, 3, 4, or 4, 5, 6, or 1, 7, 8, it doesn't matter, right? I've got 9 is med beds, 9 is massage tables. These are things that need to happen immediately, right? If they're stressed, go to here. If you're dying, go to here. If something needs harvesting, go do it. Other than that, everything else is whatever. If there's food, put it in here. These are all important things, and they all have job-specific dupes to deal with them. If you've got water, put it in here. I mean, they probably don't need to be 9, but why not? Honestly, we have enough dupes and enough roles now to do it, so why not? Everything else is low priority. If you've got nothing else to do, punch some metal. If I want some clothes, make them immediately. But it isn't working all the time. You see what I mean? And that's that. These things don't really matter, so. Food and 6 should be 8. Meh. No, I don't agree, not with the farmers now. I don't agree. I think it should be immediate. If that's your priority, which mine is, if I've got food, get it, put it in there. If I've got food, get it, cook it in there. That's my priorities. I've got farmers for the job, so why wouldn't you? It doesn't make sense. Seems to be too many people scared of putting their dupes through war. I don't get it. Don't even know why I've got this stuff down here. If you're dead, go in the dirt. See what I mean? In fact, these are both full, so it doesn't matter now. It's pretty straightforward. Anyway. So what you're saying is, if you're dying, then go to the massage table because you're also stressed out by the fact that you're dying, then harvest some food and cook it before you hit the med bay. Exactly, Saturnus. Priorities. Exactly. If you're dying, but you're live enough to worry about food and stress, do those things first. Because you don't need to get to the med bay quick enough. You guys have been looking at this game all wrong, I promise. It helps with saving dupes if you keep 9 for that. Well, of course there's that, Max, but on the same token, if you really cared enough about saving a dupe, you can quickly go over your base, swipe everything to a 1, do a quick red alert, and that resets the jobs, and then save them. That's irrelevant. More often than not, the only reason dupes die is because you've not got somebody close enough to fix it. It's nothing to do with priorities. It's either you've got a dupe that stood there that could be fixing it, but the job is assigned to somebody on the other side of the fucking world. It's never down to priorities. That's nonsense. Anyway. Exactly, Nathan. Good quote. I like it. I put sick at 9, food at 7. Most other stuff is at 3 and 4. Again, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way. I'm just saying don't bend yourself too much out of shape for it. There's only one reason why I like having priority below 5. And it's so that I don't have to change priorities when I want to do something now. Sorry, what did I read, nerd? It's so sad when you write out a block of text and life ignores it. Let me see. My top 4 pizza places near me literally cover nearly any pizza mood I might be in. We have a place run by a little Italian lady that makes really solid standard pizzas, a place that does good deep dish, a place that does pizzas with funky toppings. They only do thin crust, which my wife actually prefers. There's a place by the local college that does giant slice of really good pepperoni. Son of a bitch. God, I could go for some of that right now. I'm hoping my pizza's good tonight. I'm very, very hungry. Right, I can't decide how I need to fix this. I shouldn't have put this valve in here and done it the way I have. I should have done it with just a divert, I think. I want to maintain the levels of water in here but pump off my excess, but also allow the option to split, which means that I probably should have put this valve one further over and done a shut-off valve. Ravens, look, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, I read them all out, Saturnus. I went through it all. I know, I saw. Dead dupes should no longer be able to master jobs, I saw. Yeah, I read it all out at the start of the stream. There's 2 hot fixes. I don't know if you've seen the second one. They've reverted the algae changes already and stuff. On terrariums. Don't know the best way to do this, honestly. If you're above 100 kilos, take the water from here. Put a little switch there, put it into this pipe. Well, that will stop this running for a bit. Let me just think. I don't want to build this and then it just be. I've not considered everything because I'm rushing. I need power to that as well. Oh shit! If I just put it on a heavy wire. Derp. So we can put you there. Connect you up with a bit of pipe. And literally just put you into there. Making a meal out of this. So if that happens then, if this toggles on, I'll take water from here, it'll start splitting half of it into here, and the other half will carry on its merry way. Because these pipes will be the same priority, so we'll get 50-50 split. So some water will still be able to go through the aqua tuner, some water will still be able to be dropped back into the room, it'll still keep flowing, just less. This valve is also splitting my liquid 50-50. I don't think this is needed unless I want cooled water somewhere else. Was that actually a problem exploit or something? I have no idea. I didn't even notice it. Maybe your dead mecha engineer could game master in the grave and give you access to building conveyors. Ah, I see. Yeah, but they're the only people that can do it though, can't they? Where is the polluted water ultimately going to go? Well, this is the thing. I only really want to get rid of excess water. I think I need to get rid of this valve. Oh, excuse me 1 second. It's the pizza place. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Yep. Ah, beautiful. Thank you very much. Cheers for that, buddy. Thanks, bye. Yeah, I gave him a bit of a bollocking last time. They didn't deliver my pizza like 2 hours late, and he just rang to say, yeah, just to let you know, the driver's left with your pizza. He'll be there in a minute. He sounded like that guy off The Simpsons that works at the pizza place. Or the ice cream place, or whatever food store they always have in The Simpsons. It's always that same spotty pizza guy, isn't it? Right. So, this is only going to be for excess water. I think I might just rip this valve out, truth be told. And just have everything being poured over here. And then this can deal with when we need water elsewhere. Or, as I say, this can just go back into here anyway. I think that's what I might do. So, let's get in here. Can I do this without making a big old mess? If we got rid of you and got rid of you, I should be able to hop onto there, and get in here. And that should be fine. None of these need to be high priority, that's fine. That's why it's actually worth it to go at least one more time, see if you actually care about being late or not. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be honest, the guy was a bit of a dick. The first time I spoke to him, I rang him up to say, like, hey, just so you know, buddy, your website's broken. Every time you click on something, it pops up with a warning. It's like, oh no, it's just your browser, we're getting loads of orders through. I was like, well, I've tried it in quite a few different browsers, actually, and it's still not working. Like, I just wanted to really let you know, just so you can have a look at it yourself. We're too busy for that. I was like, you fucking asshole, I'm your customer. How dare you? Well, anyway. So, you sort of pissed me off a little bit with that anyway. I thought, you ball bag. Talk about customer focus. Right. We need this to be automated, don't we? So let's put you in as well. Shapoop. So, if I get rid of this valve and just let the water go straight up here. I don't actually need a bridge here. What happens if this gets too cold though? If it gets too cold, this will shut off and it'll bypass into here anyway. Right, that's fine. So let's do that. Let's get rid of this valve. And then, oopsie, do you. Okay, and then we'll knock out this pipe. If I get rid of this corner pipe, if I get rid of this bridge and the pipe. Okay. You should